Hello folks. In this video we're going to work on the obstacle class for our Audacious Aviator game. The first thing we want to do is look at the things that the obstacle should do. The obstacle should scroll from right to left. It should display the obstacle on the screen, and there should be a Boolean method that returns true if the obstacle leaves the screen and false otherwise. All right, so I've gone ahead and named some variables that I want you to use. And in here, you're going to have to initialize those variables. You'll see that I've just told you, don't forget to initialize the variable level to the temporary variable temp level. Okay, and the rest of them you'll have to make up some numbers for and try things out. The display method should show the obstacle. Just a rectangle, or actually it doesn't have to be a rectangle, it could be another shape. And there shouldn't be any numbers in there, right? It should all just be done with variables, unless you want some rounding, right? In which case you can, we'll make an exception. The only number you can put in is, the fifth element, or the fifth argument in the rectangle function if you want to round the edges. So just a reminder, no numbers there. In the scroll method, we should just be decrementing the variable for x so that it moves, so your obstacles move to the left and then eventually move off screen. Now, for this scroll method that we're talking about, you'll need to make up some kind of a function or equation that involves the variable level, so that as the number for level gets bigger, the obstacles move faster. So the idea is, as you reach harder and harder levels of the game, the obstacles will move faster. And I'll show you what I mean there in a minute. And finally, we have the method edge check, which will return true once the obstacle has moved all the way off the left of the screen. Otherwise, it returns false. And you'll note that it says return false already. That's just so that you can run your program at all. Otherwise, it might throw an error and not let you do anything. All right, and I'm providing you with some test code. And with this test code, what you can do is you can run it, and once you have everything working correctly, I'll show you what it should look like. Okay, so I have already made my obstacle in here. I've filled that in. And let's see, I'm going to start back with my test level at just 1. All right, and so let's go through what it's going to do. It's going to declare an object called test obstacle, and then it's going to set the level to 1. And here we are initializing that obstacle and just giving it level 1. And we're printing out the Boolean state of the edge check method. Right? Notice that it has the parentheses here that tell us that that's a function. And then we have the other two methods, scroll and display, which will just make the obstacle move left and make it appear on the screen. All right, and so this is what we should see. Oops, I'll start that over. Notice that it appeared off the screen to the right, and then it smoothly scrolled onto the screen. It didn't just appear on screen. It says false right now, and now it says true once it's all the way off the screen. And I'll run it again. This time I have a different obstacle. Run it a few more times. They're appearing in different places, which is good, and they're different sizes. They're all moving pretty slowly to begin with, and they say false. The edge check says false until it says true. Good. All right, and one other thing I want to test is if I increase the level. Let's make it so we'll see a big difference here. Say 6. Okay, that moves much faster. And Let's make sure it moves even faster. Yep, good. So you can see that as I increase the level that I initialize the obstacle with, it moves faster and faster. All right, so these are the things you'll have to do for this class, and these are the requirements that I've just stated up here for you. And your job for this assignment is just to fill in the obstacle class. All right, and then you'll want to test it with this test code and make sure that everything works the way that it should. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.